And Kenyans could be consuming food laced with harmful pesticides. A report released by the Heinrich Boll Foundation. Almost half of the pesticides used by farmers in Kenya have been banned in the European Union due to their harmful risks to human health. Now, the stakeholders have called for a global regulation to avoid the double standards and urge the government to impose a ban on the highly hazardous pesticides.
Maize, wheat, coffee, potatoes, kales and tomatoes. All these are Kenyan staple foods, and every day, almost all Kenyans consume a diet consisting of one or more of these foods. But a new report released by the Route to Food Initiative, a program of the Heinrich Boll Foundation, paints a grim picture of the health risks Kenyans are facing daily. The report indicates that Kenyans are consuming food laced with harmful residue of highly hazardous pesticides imported from China and Europe, the two largest exporters of farm chemicals to Kenya. The report, dubbed Toxic Business Kenya, reveals that over half of the 310 pesticides sampled were found to contain, among others, carbosulfan, a substance known to damage critical human organs.
For example, our maize staple crop, over 30 pesticides, highly hazardous pesticides, are used in its management. If you look at, for example, Kirinyaga in Murang'a County, we see that almost 74% of the households are using these highly hazardous pesticides. It can cause cancer, issues of fertility for both male and female.
It has been able to highlight the usage of pesticides in this country, the intensity, and the highly hazardous pesticides in this country, whereby the report was able to present that in this country, 76% of all the pesticides used in Kenya are highly hazardous.
Stakeholders now want immediate withdrawal of the pesticides and called for a binding global regulation to bar countries of origin from exporting harmful pesticides banned in their home countries.
And the issue of double standards allows pesticide companies to export pesticides in countries with weaker regulations, although they are banned already in the country of origin.
Out of that, PSB came up with 30 active ingredients for them to be reviewed, and so got some public input towards those process of reviewing those active ingredients. So to be very clear is that we are working very closely with the government and the relevant agencies.
The Chinese-owned Swiss company Syngenta leads the pesticides market in Kenya with a 20% market share, with 68% of their products containing highly hazardous pesticides. Bayer AG controls 15% of the market share, with 84% of their pesticides being highly hazardous. The report comes on the backdrop of a recent announcement by Pest Control Products Board in July this year, announcing the phasing out of selected pesticides considered as highly hazardous pesticides by 2024. Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.
Now, the government has confiscated 48 electronic gadgets belonging